may be starting to figure out that we are way more than our physical bodies. We are actually explorers of our own consciousness. Now, don't get hung up on labels. Just experience what you experience and enjoy the ride of exploring your own awareness. Every Tuesday on Clubhouse, I host a room in the Lucid Dreamers Club about dreams, consciousness, and beyond. This is a really good space to talk about your dreams with like-minded people who actually understand the power that we have within us every night. So join our Clubhouse group. That's actually where I met Jaime, our guest today. He's actually become one of my really close friends, and he has some really awesome experience. And he's going to talk to us a little bit today about his background and his expertise in out-of-body experiences.
My name is Jaime Lundquist-Munoz, and I'm from Colombia, and I live currently in Orange County, California. I have been lucid dreaming and practicing out-of-body experience since age 12. That's when I started having my experiences, and I was very lucky that I have a mother that understood, has some knowledge about lucid dreaming and astral projection. So it was very helpful for me to navigate the experiences with guidance from my mom. And I'm happy that she helped me cultivate that to this day. I have many countless experiences with lucid dreaming and out-of-body experiences. I have had wonderful, magnificent experiences, probably given because I'm always a positive person and I don't allow any negativity come around me. So my experiences have been guided towards more fulfilling, mystical, profound experiences with my inner self, with my higher self, and from there, learning more. What am I doing? What's my purpose? Finding myself more. So I learned that lucid dreaming and out-of-body experiences is another way for us to self-realize who we are and to understand what our purpose is on this earth, what we came here for, and to gain experiences, to learn, to connect with each other in a more physical, dense vibration. Because when we are in the non-physical, we don't have this ability or these possibilities of experience what it is to feel and sense with a dense vibration. So we always have experienced the non-physical, but the non-physical is light. It's soft. It's just like goes with the flow, which in the physical, we really have to work hard. So I'm happy to share all that, and I realize now that all these experiences, I need to share it with the world. I need to share my wisdom, my knowledge, my experiences. I can't just hide all this for the people out there that have been having these experiences, and some don't know what to do. They get scared. They have been given misinformation, and since I have the knowledge, the understanding, and the practice, and also the training and the education on this, then I know I can guide them. So that led me to Clubhouse. Amina knows this, and talk about lucid dreaming there, and one thing led to another one, and now I was asked to write a chapter for a book called Sacred Surrender. So I wrote a nice chapter there with sharing some of my experiences, my dream experiences. Now I'm invited for a second time to write another chapter with other authors. And this time the book is called Revolutionary Leaders. And it's very important now, more than ever, for us to step up, level up with all our experiences and our knowledge that we have now. We have all the skills and tools to become leaders. And not just be in the back burner, and just let other people take charge, when you can also help and you have the burning desire of doing it. We all have this inner wisdom, inner higher self that also wants to shine the light around the world. So why not better to do it in writing? That came to me that I needed to put all this in writing so others can enjoy it and practice and learn, so we can all be at the same vibration, the same frequency. And it's very important to realize that we all have to come together as one. So that's it, Amina.
Nice. I'm so excited for your book. And I read your chapter in your first book, Sacred Sacred Surrender. It's so good. I
Oh,
love how
good.
you put your own personal stories in there.
Yes, yes, yes. It's so important because we all have a story to tell. We love telling stories to people, and why not better to share it with the world, if it's helpful.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? What really resonated with me was how, you were lucky, but I never had my mom or anybody teaching me about dreams and stuff. I was more sheltered in that way. I had to figure it out for myself, although I was having lucid dreams at a really young age. But I love how you talked about how, a lot of people put fear and but really, like you said, like the Bible talks about seeing visions and dreaming dreams. And, the concept of lucid dreaming is so ancient and it's so sacred and it's so divine. It makes sense that, God and our higher self wants us to unleash these powers.
Yes, exactly. And I'm so happy that you read the chapter because I do know that there is great source of information there that can help someone. And to understand that, like you say, that there's a lot of belief system information that is being put into us with fear. Everything has fear in it. And there's a reason for it, to be able to control us so that we don't realize our greatness, our potentials, our gifts. So it's very necessary for us to come in terms that we are multi-dimensional beings, powerful, and that nothing can hurt us. So when we realize that, then the experience will be even better. So I'm sure, Amina, you have experienced this too. When you allow yourself not to have that fear, that's when you are able to experience this amazing out-of-body experiences, right?
Yeah, exactly. Unleashing the fear is opens a whole new door for it. And especially when it comes to sleep paralysis and stuff, which it's very hard. Even now, sometimes once in a while, I'll still get scared, Sometimes you can have real sensations. Or after you wake up from a scary dream, sometimes you can still feel pain on your body, or that feeling can still seep through as you wake up. But yeah, even that, what is your advice to people who's is having a hard time getting over the fear with sleep paralysis specifically? Because lucid dreaming is fun and cool, but when people have sleep paralysis, that kind of puts them away from it. Oh, this is scary, or oh, a demon is sitting on my chest, or whatever,
Yes, definitely. I went through that for so many years, Amina, that growing Catholic also, I was told that the devil will come after me, is going to take over my body, my spirit is going to be put away on a limbo. And if I keep practicing lucid dreaming or out-of-body experiences, that's from the devil. And you know what? For many years, I stopped practicing because I was afraid of what the priest was telling me. But you know what? After realizing that, wait, but the Bible talks about dreams, and God's people, prophets, have had these dreams where they're taken out and show things. And that's what I have prayed for. So how can this be evil? So once I allow myself to do it again, they start coming back to me again. And since then, I just allow myself to be who I am and not let someone else run my life and tell me what is good for me or what is bad for me. Because I should be the one knowing that and experience it. So the moment you take control of your life and your own power, no one can diminish that from you. No one can take it away from you. Because they don't want us to realize how powerful we are. That's the thing. Amina, you know this. We are more than this physical body, right?
Oh yeah, big time. So much more. This is just temporary. And I think we're so powerful, especially as groups and communities, once you start to figure this out. Imagine all the things we could accomplish. Why don't they want us to figure this out? I guess, like you said, so they can keep us under control and in our bodies and, scared of what our true possibilities are.
Yes. And you know what? One thing I learned is self-discovery is exciting. And we become what we wish to learn, So these things, when you realize this, that your thoughts become, that's what turns into your lucid dream or out-of-body experiences, because it's all about the mindset. If you think that sleep paralysis, vibrations, and getting into that frequency is scary and it's bad, that's what you're gonna get for you.
our fear and our emotions is like projecting back onto our experience. And one time, like, I just kind of started to get fed up with it, and I just like, when people say they feel energies around their room or whatever, and we think it's something bad, but that's us labeling it. It could be energies trying to protect us, or just regular energies passing by that we just don't notice when we're fully conscious. And I talked to somebody one time that they said that the way they got over their fear of sleep paralysis, one day they just faced the scary energy and they asked him, "Who are you? What are you doing here?" And the sleep paralysis being said, "I am you." And then he left.
Yeah, exactly. It transforms, it changes. Things changes. It's all perception. It's how you see things. If you see things bad, then that's what's going to turn in. And like I said, the most important thing is creating an effective mindset of daily practice, persistence, and changing your mindset to a more positive manner, positive way. And all this will take you far. It will take you deep within yourself and get the answers for yourself. Tap into your own courage to become an effective explorer. Once you fully understand and realize and inner realize within yourself that you are immortal, that nothing can stop you from obtaining your true knowledge of self, from experiencing yourself, that nothing can get you into that fear. The problem is people have bought into these false and primitive belief systems that are fear-based. I have found out that in my over 40 years of practicing, all the base fear philosophy out there are just false. They're made to control you, and many of you already know this, but we have to realize, because in our subconscious minds, we are the product of our childhood programming. We're programmed since birth.
Oh yeah, since generationally we are programmed. And I know that they have tactics, like 15-year tactics on how to, program generations, because then generations program the future generations and so on, until we break these cycles, which we're finally starting to do, and regain our power back. It's definitely hard to rewire your brain and to rethink everything you've ever thought was true, but I guess that's why we're here.
Exactly, and we got to get out of that. We got to get out of that programming. The programming that doesn't serve us anymore, we got to get it. I don't want to say destroy or burn or put, just make it disappear or anything like that, but allow room for new energies to come in, new information to come in that is going to serve you better than we have before.
Yeah, it's about just building communities of people that are more awakened and are more aware of this, and we can start sharing with each other.
Yeah, exactly. And we have to examine all this programming. We have to dig deep, and I suggest you do the same. Dig deep. Look into your own mindset. Take a look at what do you want to believe, what supports what you believe in. One of the things I have learned is that since birth, all I have learned as flaws is false. It's false. It was shocking for me nowadays. Everything I learned, I have accepted, and now I need to change all that mentality. So the concept that we're human beings, once you break free from all that self-imposed paradigms, your ability, your freedom to explore your multidimensional self comes greater and greater and greater, until you have the ability to absolutely connect with even higher self, or your spiritual essence, whatever term we use or you use. So that's the beauty of it, that peeling out these layers, that's when you start experiencing your essence, your true nature. Isn't that awesome?
It's so awesome. I love it when we're talking about out-of-body experiences, lucid dreaming, astral projection, all these things. What are the differences, really? Because I know some of them can lead to the other, like the lucid dream can lead to an OBE or whatever. And some people say it's all the same thing. But in your opinion, what is the difference between lucid dreaming, OBE, and astral projection, if you have a definition?
Normally, I don't like label things. but some people, they like to be very specific on explaining what it is, one thing, and what is the other. So for me, lucid dreaming, when I wake up within my dream, I don't have any sensations. It's just I realize that I am in my dream, and then I take control of the dream or maneuver the dream, or I'm like the director directing my dream characters to what I want and the way I want to go. The lucid dreaming has no physical sensations, but the out-of-body experience, you do have physical experiences like vibrations, sounds like earthquake sounds, jet sounds. In my case, I get tingling all over my body, and then you experience the sleep paralysis. And that's when I know that I'm getting into an out-of-body experiences, when I'm feeling the sensations, because the body starts changing vibration to match the vibration of that where we want to enter the astral realm. So for me, once I realized that I'm getting the physical sensations, I try to stay calm and relax, because I know that I'm gonna buckle up my seatbelt because I'm gonna have a wild ride. So that's one of the things. And astral projection, to me, it's all the same. What's for you astral projection, Amina?
Yeah, I'm like you. I don't really like to label. I kind of group them in the same category because, I guess everyone's different, and maybe it depends on everybody's individual definition, because like what you were saying with the vibrations and the sleep paralysis, I experienced that, but I've gone from that to a lucid dream, like where I was in my dream. But for me, like when I say astral projection, first of all, it's not only through a dream. Like I feel like you can do it through meditation, hypnosis, other methods, right? It's more of, I think out-of-body experience is an umbrella term that includes lucid dreaming and astral projection, because out-of-body is, just that. You're not in your physical body. And when we're dreaming, we're not in our physical body, we're in our dream body. So, but I have noticed different perspectives. Like in a dream, usually I have my dream body, but in other types of OBEs, I am more of like an energy taking up a space, like viewing a space, whether it's my room in the physical realm or if I'm viewing, somewhere else. So it definitely feels different, but either way, like I agree with you. I don't like to label it or stress about what's what, because it really doesn't matter. Like I appreciate it and I love it.
Yeah, and not only that, but it takes away the experience. When you start trying to think, what is it? Your mind is start taking over your experience, then it just kind of goes away. So what I learned is just go with the experience, enjoy it, see what you can learn from it. And I also learned now that I can have an out-of-body experience using lucid dreaming. So I don't have to have those sensations that for most people are very scary. So when you learn to merge, bring together the lucid dreaming with the out-of-body experience, you're able to. There's so many things that we just don't know. We're exploring now. We're just learning the abilities that we have. And it's very tiny what we have explored. So we gotta keep practicing. Don't get hung up on techniques too much. Just allow yourself to do your affirmations that you want to experience the lucid dreaming with awareness, or that is going to turn into an out-of-body experience with awareness, with your consciousness, with an awakened mind, and that you're protected at all times, and that you're there to learn. Then something amazing starts happening when you go to sleep, because you're already programming yourself to have an incredible experience, rather than worrying about if it's a lucid dreaming, out-of-body experience, is it an astral projection. Don't allow your mind to take over your thoughts and ruin your experience. And keep a journal, write down what is it that you're feeling, what is different than other dreams. As we know, dreams tell us a lot of things. I have used lucid dreaming to guide my life, to help me navigate this physical world, and to create the life I want to have, and the family I want to have, and to live the way I want to live. Okay, so write in your journal, what is it that you want to do by exploring with lucid dreaming and out-of-body experiences? What is your goal? You have to have a goal. You have to have a reason why you want to experience this. A part that is part of our nature. What do you want to use it for? In my case, I want to use it for exploring learning to in balance and harmony with myself, because most people out there not having a harmony and balance with their own energies, physical and non-physical, they start getting sad, depressed, kind of like some people call them to be crazy because they're not well balanced. But once we start finding balance with our energies, then we're going to be able to live a more fulfilling life of joy, bliss, happiness. We're going to be able to transcend. That's what we are looking for, to transcend, to learn, because one of these days we're not going to have this physical body, and the only thing we're going to take with us is what we learn, our experiences, right?
Yeah, that's so true.
So by learning and learning here in this physical world with consciousness, with awareness, and when we're not longer here, do you know, that we can, as the energies that we are, energy forms, we can move to any energy form around the universe, whatever we want to be, to become.
Yeah, that's super cool. And they say that sleep prepares us for death. So it makes sense that we use these experiences so we can take it with us.
The physical form, once it's gone, vanished, the only thing that is left is the consciousness, the awareness, right? So you got to start thinking what I'm going to do with it. You got to start developing it, not just the physical. We go to the gym, we take vitamins, we take good care of this body, perhaps, but we don't take care of our spiritual side of us.
Yeah, they're both just as important. And I like what you said earlier about, whatever your path is, find your own way. And when you're going to sleep at night, what I do is just try to get into a good mindset, release fear, whether you like to pray or meditate or whatever works for you, because you can still do this and be religious. You can do this and be atheist. You can do this and have any beliefs you want, but it's just about putting yourself in a good energy before you go to sleep. And this is a good way too to avoid, scary dreams and sleep paralysis and stuff. It's all about the mentality as you're falling asleep, and that has an impact on your dreams and stuff.
Right. And it doesn't matter what you believe in, because this is encoded within us. This is in our DNA. This is who we are. We are amazing creatures. We are just powerful, and we got superpowers that we're not using. We can tune in with the vibrations and see an event that is about to unfold, and then we can make better decisions. Do I take this path or I don't take this path? Do I buy this house or I don't buy this house? Do I buy this business? I don't buy this business. Or in relationships, I'm feeling this person's energy. It feels good with mine. Perhaps it's a good person to date or to go out or be friends with. You feel the energies around.
Yeah, we literally have an internal therapist that can help us make these decisions, and we just have to be tapped in. My dreams have also helped me through so many big life decisions, and even shown me things that I didn't even realize I had to address. So it's kind of like a life hack.
Right. And for those that are listening, the reason I know this and how I know this is because I have experienced it. I have asked my dream characters or my dream mind what's the best thing for me to do and to make a decision about something, and I dream about it. For business owners out there, I own my business because of a dream that I had. Dreamt about it, and I was told what to say, what to do, how to put money away, and how to get it. And for me to go and touch that building and say, this is mine, the cash register is mine, the clients are mine, the employees are mine, everything here is for me to grow. And within months, the business was mine. So that, shows that when you put your mind, the energy flows. When you focus, the energy goes. So I know that can happen. And many other examples I could give right now, but that's the main one for me, owning my business and changing the way I live now, because I would listen to my dreams. When you ask your dream, get me out of here, I really want to change or transform my life or improve my life, it does help you.
Yeah, it does. And they say, the term sleep on it for a reason.
Yes. Oh, I love that. I'm so glad you mentioned sleep on it. Yes, absolutely. Yes, our thoughts as a blueprint, like an architect. And then you got to create it out here in this physical world. And some people say, but well, that's very difficult. That's very this. That, we start putting buts here, buts there. So change your mindset from the scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset.
It's amazing. Yeah. And so many big world discoveries were used through dreams, and people have had, like you're saying, all these experiences. It just shows that we're not just making this up. This is real life experiences, and our dreams are so powerful.
Yes, and our thoughts. You have to be careful what you think and how you act, because the universe is listening, the universe is watching. What kind of energy are you putting out there? What kind of thoughts? Question yourself. When you start having these inner talks within yourself, are you talking to yourself in a positive manner, or are you talking to yourself in an ill manner? Are you bringing yourself down, or are you bringing yourself up?
Yeah, exactly. It makes a big difference. I always tell people, if they are having all these negative dreams and negative nightmares back to back to back, I'm always asking them, what type of energy do you put out into the world? What type of energy do you surround yourself with? All of this reflects our dreaming state,
Exactly. So my advice is start creating a more effective mindset. You are immortal and powerful. And say to yourself, bring awareness now, like William Buhlman from the Monroe Institute. He talks about bringing awareness, with power. And when you get out of your body and everything is dark, you don't see anything, then say awareness now, the command. And the moment you leave your body, it is imperative that you use a powerful command, affirmations that will allow you to enhance your state of consciousness, so you can be as effective explorer in other worlds. For many years, I used Clarity Now that helped me go beyond and be sharper to maintaining my OBE. So these things are important too, how you manage your out-of-body experience. Is it going to be with power, or is it going to be with fear, or, a little bit weak? If you say your words with power, then the universe responds. If you say with weakness, you get a weak response. The vibration kind of disappears. You don't get anything. Does that make any sense for you, Amina?
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like William Bowman's book. I was actually reading it. I love how you have experience with these legendary teachers. You're legendary just off of that. Claire Johnson, Mike Dukes, William Bowman, Robert Monroe. This is huge. Can you tell me your experience with those teachers, and maybe share a little bit of the most valuable thing you got out of that?
Oh, thank you, Amina, for bringing that up, because I've been thinking about, I am so fortunate. In fact, yesterday I was thinking about that how important is to have teachers surrounding you that have the knowledge, that have experience, that have gone through this before you, or through the time that you've been around, and to be able to meet them. I was very fortunate to have been able to go to the Monroe Institute and have William Buhlman being my teacher, my mentor, and share with me personally these experiences, and how similar my experiences have been with his too. And Claire Johnson, my Raduga, I have great experiences being a student, and I was fortunate to be in a documentary of his called The Face. And there's many teachers out there now that are so good, and they're well known. So take advantage of that we have them right now in this physical world. Robert Wagner, he's great too. Todd Akamesis, and of course all the books from Robert Monroe. We have so much knowledge written right now that we don't have an excuse that we don't have references to go to and get the understanding we need to be able to move forward. There's no excuse anymore. They're out there. Get yourself a nice book to read. If you have these experiences and you want to learn more, I suggest to start reading, to start practicing. To have an open mind is very important. Having these teachers changed my whole life. because
You're teaching more people, so you're just continuing the cycle. I love
yes,
it.
there's another book that I like too is Astral Dynamics from Robert Bruce. He is good. I really like his books, Astral Dynamics.
I love it. You're going to have to give me book suggestions. I have a long list on my website of all my favorite books and stuff, so I'm always adding to it. I'm going to add this Robert Bruce book to it.
Yes, and the more you learn, the better, because this is the time to learn, to live it, and then to teach it, pass it on. Because if we do that, then by all means, we're going to change the vibration of the planet to a more positive one. And educating our children right now with this about lucid dreaming, out of our experiences, these kids are going to grow up with better self-esteem also. I have a daughter, her name is Margaret, she's 9 years old, and she's having lucid dreaming out of our experiences, and I have been recording for her or writing them in the journal, and she's able to wake up and recall her dreams. And she gets so excited because she tells me she went on vacation to Hawaii and she felt the water and she felt the sand and she played, and so she comes back all happy to go to school, and her whole day it's a happy day.
That's awesome. I know you have a daughter, and I think it's so cool how you are teaching her these things at such a young age with your knowledge. I feel like I don't have kids myself, but I love kids, and part of what I want to do is teach kids about this stuff and teach parents on how to educate their kids properly, and and allow them to grow up with this knowledge of how they can explore, how can they keep their dream journal. Because if I had my dream journal since I was 8 years old, that would be so valuable to me. What you are giving her is so cool. Yeah, can tell me a little bit more about how you raise your daughter into these types of beliefs, practices, and just to pay attention to her dreams and stuff.
Yeah, she started having them since she was 3 years old. So I already explained to her what it was and how much fun she can have. Sometimes in the movies, they're watching these movies that, like My Little Pony, they have scenes like that they go into different rooms, and one of them, I believe, gets out of the body, and my daughter started asking about it. So I asked my opportunity to explain to her that we can do it and we can have fun with it. Once she knew that she could do the same thing like the little ponies, she went to bed and started saying to herself, that she wanted to go and play with the little ponies and have an out-of-body experience. So she was already incubating her dream. And then she had the experience. She said she went out of her body and started playing with the little ponies in the clouds and with a rainbow and skitters and a lot of stuff going on in her dream when she was 3 years old. So that's how I started it. And then, of course, she sees me reading books, and I explain to her what it is and how powerful her essence is, and that she's balanced. She has the spiritual and the physical and non-physical forms, energy forms, and that's what we're composed of. So she understands all these things because she's been hearing it since she was 3 years old. So for her, this is natural.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's so cool. She's going to grow up so powerful and so balanced and so in tune. Things that normally we haven't figured it out till our adult years, It's such a cool thing that we're able to raise a generation with their power.
Yes, just know your power. I'm also excited to share that I had the opportunity to be certified by Mike Dooley, the guy from The Secret. And that was always my dream, that I get certified by him. And also taking classes from Jay Shetty. And I have his book, Think Like a Monk. So there's so many teachers out there that you can learn from. And I got invited to Jay Shetty's Facebook page to talk. He has a talk show called Wisdom Talk. And then they reached out to me to have a kind of mini TED Talk on what I'm passionate about. So I'm going to have the opportunity to talk about lucid dreaming in Jay Shetty's Facebook page on a Wisdom Talk. So I'm kind of excited that this is happening because I can tell the world is ready for this, and the universe is listening, watching, and is placing me in the places where people are going to benefit from what I have within me to share.
That's awesome. I can't wait to hear it. Send me the link if it's something that I can tune into.
Yeah, for sure. When you're ready and things like that, the universe starts sending you the right people, the right audience, people that wants to listen to this, get into it and start practicing.
That is so true, because just the fact that I met you and we're here talking about this stuff and planning awesome things together a year or two ago, I never would have thought this possible, all because I downloaded Clubhouse and I didn't even know I was going to start a podcast, and I met beautiful people. And it's really like when you find your community and your people and you don't feel judged, beautiful things start happening.
Right. And one of the things, like I met you in Clubhouse, and here we are still I joined like a year ago. Here we are, we start finding each other at the community and sharing our experiences and sharing with others that also they want to learn, they want to experience it. They're having these feelings of they want more, because we are all more than this physical body. So therefore, we always gonna want more. We're explorers. That's the fun part.
Yeah, we are explorers of consciousness.
Yes. Conscious evolution is happening for a long time, but it's stronger now. Staying at home for the past 2 years, I think has helped a lot of people to connect with themselves even more. Yeah, revolutionary leaders is going to be talking, you becoming a leader, because once we have all this knowledge, this wisdom, what's next? So your next step is share it with others, right? Leaders are showing up in social media. They are learning how to teach, how to become international speakers and international bestseller authors. They are becoming visible to the world and not hiding anymore. They are inviting people to step up and helping them to come out of their comfort zones. Stop hiding yourself from the world and show up as a leader. So that's an excerpt of my chapter right there. This is the right time now to be a revolutionary leader. Leaders don't hold back, don't play safe anymore, and they are surrendering to the practice of service to others. The world needs you now. Well, Amina, I tell you, you are a true revolutionary leader.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I do think so too.
Yes, and you're stepping up and you're showing up and you're not holding back, and you're out there teaching the people about how powerful and how incredible we are, and I admire you for that too. And I'm so happy that I'm here with you and sharing this with everyone out there. I know that anyone that listens to this is because they are here now and they're ready for transformation, for stepping up, for showing up. If you're here, it's because you're supposed to be here, listening and getting in touch with your inner self and allow yourself to evolve. You're ready for that. You've been born for that, and it's time for you to also be a revolutionary leader and show the world what you're made of, because that is important, that we take our power, our energy, give it to the world, share it with the world and the whole universe. And once we do that, you're gonna feel empowered inside, and you're gonna feel that anything you do, you can accomplish. You're gonna be successful, and that's what I leave you with.